Hi, welcome to Trucking TV. If you were with us when we were recording at the CV show a couple of weeks ago, you may remember we tried to get some drivers' questions asked of the Highways agency, Highways England. We ended up having quite a long conversation with the people at Highways England, and in the end they couldn't really provide anyone to actually just talk to us. So what we did is summed up some of the questions that we had from drivers and put them through to Highways England, specifically about smart motorways. What happened in a couple of weeks was that they wrote back to us with their answers. They were unable to put anybody up for an interview or a chat online. So what we've done is taken their answers and got an actor to read them. So I'll read the questions, he'll read the answers, and you can judge for yourself. I welcome your comments. At the moment, we're not really able to do this as a live presentation, so you can comment on the trot. But you can comment immediately after the show, and we'll take your comments and add them in a little bit of video later on so that everybody knows what everybody said. Hope that's okay. Okay, so these are questions asked of Highways England at the CV show, and these are the replies we've just had. First and foremost, many drivers have serious concerns about vehicles breaking down in live lanes and warning signs being ignored by drivers. Lack of a hard shoulder worries drivers a lot, and one driver said, ask someone from Highways England to personally slow and stop in an all live lane stretch of congested motorway and ask them about how it felt when they get out of hospital. Here's what Highways England said.
Smart motorways add extra lanes, improve people's journeys, and our experience is that they are just as safe as any other motorway. We recognise that as well as being safe, drivers want to feel safe, and we will be making some changes to the design, including improved signing of emergency areas and continuing to roll out orange surfacing. We will also, for future schemes, post-2020, reduce the maximum spacing between these areas to a mile. Evidence confirms that all-lane running delivers comparable levels of safety to traditional motorways, including a significant improvement on the M25, and therefore the concept is meeting its safety performance objective.
A driver asked, how does their smart motorway differentiate between genuine congestion or just bad drivers lane hogging, and will they be able to enforce the rules as they do for speeding infringements?
Highways England has no enforcement responsibilities. This is a matter for individual police forces whose role it is to carry out enforcement.
A driver asked, where is the conclusive evidence that smart motorways in the UK are working, i.e. having a genuine benefit in terms of improving flow and reduced incident or accident caused delays?
Highways England has published reports into the first 2 years' operation of the new generation of smart motorways. They cover the first 2 smart motorway projects to be built to the new all-lane running standard, in which the hard shoulder is permanently converted to a traffic lane and which operate at 70 miles per hour. The reports show that the smart motorways are performing well in line with expectations and have successfully added capacity and maintained journey times. The reliability of journeys has improved too. Importantly, the schemes are performing as expected from a safety point of view, with no worsening of safety and an improvement in overall collision rate.
A driver said they must be costing our industry millions. Late fines, fuel, vehicles stood ticking over or running at low speeds, pumping fumes out into the atmosphere. It's not a green policy at all, especially when, like most of us trackers, we see that they switch signs on just before peak times when traffic is already flowing fine, and within 20 minutes we're in a standstill for no reason at all. Smart motorways need smart people operating. Don't use the overhead signs at all until they're actually needed. Don't just bang them on at 40, and that's just what seems to be happening. The Highways Agency said,
we want to ensure that what drivers see also feels relevant to the traffic conditions, so we've improved the way we set signals on smart motorways and have recently started a comprehensive review of how we set variable speed limits, including the amount of time they are visible to drivers while smoothing the flow of traffic. We have also refreshed the training for our operators and updated procedures to increase the manual removal of any inappropriate variable speed limits. From a safety perspective, it is important that we provide information to drivers that is as accurate and up-to-date as possible, as well as a customer service point of view, and we've made these changes to improve the customer experience based on feedback from customers that they get frustrated when they feel slowed down for no obvious reason. Our initial analysis of actual traffic flows and changing the algorithms has already reduced the amount of time variable speed limits are on by 200 hours per week across the network. On a smart motorway, speed limits may appear lit up on overhead signals. These limits can be changed to help manage traffic at busy times. This helps smooth the flow of traffic and prevent stop-start traffic caused by shockwave traffic jams.
The final question we asked Highways England was, how about driver education? Many drivers seem not to understand how smart motorways work.
We have invested significantly in our communication and information campaigns for smart motorways and have increased customer awareness of smart motorways. We will continue to seek to understand customer needs and perceptions through research and insight work and listening to their concerns.
And that's that little session. It's worth noting from a driver's point of view that Highways England did actually give us decent answers to the questions, although you have to understand, I think, that they need to be very politically correct and protect their own position. Bear in mind, please, that if you wish to ask any more questions of official organisations, we're happy to do the asking on your behalf. Drivers can just write in, you can add comments on any of our posts, you can do what you like really, and we'll try and pick those notes up. If you write to us, then we'll definitely notice them, so you can contact us through email, on Twitter, through Facebook, you name it, and by and large we'll pick up your comment and try and do something with it if we can.